What up? Big Herc 916. Positivity, motivation, never settle for average. You know how we do it over here. Go pick up some merch at bigherc916.com and represent. And if you're looking to collaborate with the Never Settle for Average movement, shoot me an email at info.bigherc916@gmail.com. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share the channel. Let's blow this thing up. Yo, ex-Fugees rapper Pras found guilty on charges involving international conspiracy between China and U.S. government. Now, how heavy is this, man? He was essentially involved in some very, what appears to be high treasonous acts. But when you read the fine print, what he did was probably no different than what a lot of these other lobbyists, celebrities, entertainers are involved in on a high level. He's a C entertainer. He's not even a top dog. And for him to be involved in what he was involved in, that just tells you that this shit is big. Grammy-winning artist Pras Michael, former member of the 1990s hip-hop trio The Fugees, was found guilty Wednesday in federal court on 10 criminal counts related to an international conspiracy to help China influence the U.S. government. Yes, the most unpatriotic thing you could do is going into bed with China. Pras, you should have known better, man. But the bag, man, China's good at giving out the bag. You already know who got the bag. Hunter got the bag, and look how that played out. But you ain't connected like Hunter. Michael, 50, was convicted of conspiracy, concealment of material facts, making false entries in records, witness tampering, and serving as an unregistered agent of a foreign power in the U.S. District Court for the District of Columbia. According to the Department of Justice, he pleaded not guilty to all charges. So he was operating as an unregistered foreign agent under the Foreign Agents Registration Act. Whenever you're involved in government activities, you have to register under that Foreign Agents Registration Act. And if you're not, you're doing business illegally in this country as an unregistered agent. I read about that in prison because a lot of government officials who are involved in getting payoffs and other things are doing it under the constitutional laws. They're doing it illegally, but that's how the game goes. It's a dirty game, man. As proven at trial, the defendant engaged in extensive conspiracy to use millions of dollars in foreign funds to engage in illegal back-channel lobbying and make unlawful campaign contributions. Assistant Attorney General Kenneth A. Polite Jr. said in a new release. So that just goes to tell you that Pras, a C entertainer, pissed some people off, and they threw his ass under the bus. Now, if he was doing what he was doing at the level he was doing it at, you can only imagine what some of these A-list actors, A-list entertainers, and other politicians are involved in on a high level. Michael, who rose to fame in the early 1990s upon forming the East Coast hip-hop trio with Lauryn Hill and Wyclef Jean, played a central role in the wide-ranging conspiracy to improperly influence top government officials, including the Obama and Trump administrations, authorities said. Prosecutor Sean Murren told the jury in closing arguments that the rapper was at the center of the conspiracy. He's the core, he's the linchpin, Murren said, according to the Wall Street Journal. Authorities said Michael received more than $100 million from Malaysian financier Joe Low, who also faces charges separately for allegedly embezzling billions from Malaysia Development Berhad 1 MDB, a Malaysian sovereign wealth fund, between 2009 and 2014. This Joe Low guy, he's the same guy who bankrolled Wolf of Wall Street and used to party with a lot of celebrities, throw a lot of money around. A lot of people got a bag messing with this guy, and he basically robbed the government of Malaysia blind, took billions. Court documents and trial evidence detail that Lowe and Michael conspired to lobby President Trump and the Justice Department to drop the 1MDB embezzlement investigation and extradite a Chinese national on behalf of Beijing. CNN reported the rapper denied Lowe gave him the money, claiming it was an investment for a media business. Authorities also accused Michael and Lowe of lobbying the Trump administration on behalf of Beijing to extradite a Chinese dissident living in America. Man, China's on it, man. China, man, shit. So, Lowe, who's wanted in Malaysia, was working with the Chinese government along with Pras, Michael, to help extradite a Chinese that they wanted to get back to the motherland. And in the process, he was paid or giving, however you want to say it, donated over $100 million. And he said it was for a media company. See, man, you know, you look at the street game, and that's nothing compared to what these guys are doing behind closed doors on the political scene. $100 million. Come on, man. Michael also admitted to giving approximately $800,000 in donation money to friends intended for exclusive access to Obama fundraisers in Miami and Washington, D.C., roughly priced at $40,000 per seat. Still, he considered the funds free money and his to spend. $40,000 seat to sit at these tables. Do you think these people sitting at these $40,000 places gives a damn about the homeless? About crime in Chicago? About fentanyl? Man, they're so disconnected, man. $40,000 a plate. They're sitting at a plate dinner that cost a house in Kansas. During the Obama administration, authorities said Michael and Lowe funneled millions of dollars into roughly 20 straw donors for President Obama's re-election campaign in 2012. According to NBC, Michael told trial jurors last week that he accepted approximately $20 million from Lowe, who hoped to get a picture with Obama, though he claimed he did not intend for the money to be used as foreign campaign contributions or his services. Attorney David Kenner, who represented Michael, told reporters the rapper plans to appeal his conviction after sentencing. We are extremely disappointed in the results and are very, very confident in the ultimate outcome of this case. Kenner told reporters, "This is not over. I remain very, very confident that we will ultimately prevail in this matter." So you have a C-list rapper, Pras, getting down with a Malaysia gangster / businessman who stole over $1 billion, working with the Chinese government, lobbying to help China get a dissident extradited back to China, then trying to get the United States to drop whatever charges this Lowe was looking at over here and help drop the investigation. Received $100 million for whatever investment media company they claimed. Man, look, the game is at a whole nother level, man. And if he was doing it, and he's not even a career lobbyist, imagine what career lobbyists are getting to do the same shit. Pras just wasn't in with the right people. But this is the type of shit that goes on all the time in D.C., man. Can you imagine? This is a dirty game, man. It's a dirty game. And you know, you look at the streets and dudes, you know, killing each other, robbing each other for bullshit. And here this shit is millions and millions, tens of millions of dollars being exchanged for political influence. And you're talking about, you know, right in plain sight, man. These guys are engaging in the most unpatriotic acts you could think of. When I heard this story and people said, he was also a voluntary informant for the FBI. They said he was working with the feds, giving them information pertaining to different things and checking in. And so he was an informant and still didn't get a pass with what he was doing. What does that tell you, man? Even when you're involved in telling, it doesn't matter, man, when you are a scapegoat for something bigger, because there's something bigger going on behind the scenes. But he was up in there. It's so crazy. And then his story with the Chinese. I mean, dude, look at all the other stories we heard about all the stuff they're talking about with other politicians sleeping with Chinese spies, getting payouts from Chinese companies. And why ain't anybody else going to jail? Why is there not a trial for all these other guys who are involved in Chinese conspiracies? It's just a joke, man. It's just a joke. And you hear this and it's a smoke screen for the bigger picture, man. Because there's some people right now in DC who are in so deep with the Chinese that if they peed, it'd probably be some lo mein coming out. Literally, they would pee out noodles because they're so deep in Chinese culture and selling out United States, selling out America. Nothing patriotic about them, but they get in the bag. So they're selling our country out from the inside out, man. If this was in China, the other way around, whatever the American was, he'd be looking at the death penalty. He'd be looking at the death penalty. Pras, to be honest with you, you got off lucky, man. 20 years, if you were in China, they would kill you, man. If it was the other way around, they would kill you or send you to Siberia and you'd never be heard from again. And you wouldn't have had no David Kenner represent you. So I'm just telling you right now, people are saying you a snitch, you a rat. You're a traitor. And you're lucky you're still able to kind of move around prior to being sentencing. Because like I said, if you were in China, you were in Russia, and they caught you, and it was the other way around, bro, it'd be a wrap for you, man. This shit is bigger than Pras, man. We talking about high-level government influencing presidential positions. Wow. You guys tell me what you think, man. Leave a comment, man. Everybody just talking about the snitching. I'm talking about, just think about this on a high level, man, patriotic wise. If this was Russia or this was China, what would they do to a guy like Pras on their side if he did what he did and he was a national for either one of those countries? Or imagine if he was a national for Iran, Syria. They would kill him, man. This dude would be done. He lucky, man. America, man, is some other stuff going on, but just watch that. This is just, like I said, something to kind of distract you from a bigger Chinese connection going on with our government. Mark my words. Big Herc 916. Hello, my name is Big Herc 916, and I'm with the Wash Your Ass Committee. And I'm traveling across America, helping people wash their ass and get their booty holes clean. And I have with me here today, Wash Your Ass Soap. And this one in particular is Butt Naked Scrub. But I also have Festival, Oatmeal Milk and Honey, Jamaican Me Crazy, Monkey Farts. And all these scents smell very good. They will help cleanse your body of funk and also make you feel better about yourself. So if you can go to BigHerc916.com, you can pick you up a bar. And my goal is to help America combat funk. Lockdown's over. Get your yard time in. Exclusively at freshoutseries.com. Go to the Herc store at bigherc916.com and pick you up a bar of soap so you can wash that ass, or pick you up some Never Settle for Average merch or some of the Muscleup Car Lifestyle merch. We have hats, Never Settle for Average, got the Muscleup t-shirts. We also have the Never Settle for Average tank tops. Got the Muscleup Car Lifestyle hoodies. Got the beanie caps. Hey man, represent. And I know you guys aren't average, so pick you up some swag and step your game up. Hello, I'm Big Herc 916. Contact me for life coaching and motivational speaking.